Hello guys and welcome back to Racing. Let's get into it. Today I'm getting my speeder bike ready for this season and showing you everything I've changed. So here you can see me putting on the new lightweight front mudguard, which is made out of lightweight fiberglass. So we also put on some new bolts that are a little smaller, a little lighter. And yeah, now we're putting on the front wheel that my dad put in the tube because I wasn't able to. So that's how that looks. So now I'm just going to clean the bolt holes for the counter shaft before I put in the clutch. So putting some brake cleaner and some compressed air, trying to get all the dirt out. Here I am explaining that we have a regulation that says the rear mudguard cannot have a larger than 2.5 centimeter gap from the highest point of the rear wheel, but I had some issues with the microphone, so the audio wasn't working. So yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to explain here. And in order to get the measurements right for when I'm drilling the rear mudguard, I gotta put in the back wheel so I know that the gap is at the right height and its center and everything, so the rear wheel doesn't touch anywhere. We can slide the rear wheel back and forth to adjust the length of the bike, so we gotta make sure that the rear wheel is not touching anytime. Yeah, so I forgot to film any of the when I was drilling the holes in the rear mudguard, but here you can see me installing it. I got some help from my dad as well. We are in between the bolt and the mudguard, we have a rubber bushing, so to minimize the vibrations from the engine that goes through the entire bike. Yeah, so now I'm taking a bit of paper to push through the countershaft to make sure that no dust or dirt is inside there, because that is where the clutch goes through that, and I like to have the clutch as smooth as possible, so anything I can do to help minimize the friction between the clutch handle and the clutch, I try to do. Also put some grease there, so any dust or moisture that gets in there is not gonna go through the bearing. So now I'm putting in the clutch arm. I didn't actually put in the actual clutch arm that holds the wire from the clutch handle, but I'm gonna do that in the next video. I also screwed them in and then forgot to add some grease so they don't seize when they're in there. Now I'm just polishing the bolts on the saddle. They were a little rusty, and yeah, just making sure the measurements are right. I put the saddle in the right holes so I don't change my ride height out of nowhere. And So the plan for this video was to be able to start the bike at the end of the video, but unfortunately none of the engines are ready to start right now. So in the next video we're gonna start the bikes, and if you want to see that, follow along, and I'll see you in the next one.